Pally, Maddie Druker here. Today is Thursday, April 25th, and we have Point V Bridge Club and Model UN coming up on today's episode. But first, today's daily pick was sent in by Get Involved. The picture was captioned, "Pursue your interests and make a difference. Earn 100 service hours." That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. If you want your pick featured on the air, be sure to tweet it to us at Pally InFocus. Now let's get a quick update on what's going on around Pally. Here's today's campus bulletin. This week, Pally students have an opportunity to get some great Model UN experience in a low-pressure environment. Model UN will be debating about Antarctica in a simulation that takes place in the future during a mock conference this weekend. The Pally Model UN mock conference will be held Sunday, May 7th in room 805. Sign up at the URL on your screen. Bridge Club is looking for more members. They meet in room 864 every Tuesday at lunch, and they would love to teach beginners. First, the Palo Alto Children's Theater will be performing She Kills Monsters on April 28th and April 29th at 7 p.m. and on April 30th at 2 p.m. The show is free of charge. Also, the Pally Dance and Cheer team is holding a showcase in the PAC on May 20th at 6 p.m. The showcase will feature the team's competition routines that were performed at Nationals, as well as some of their best halftime routines from this season. The last Point V Poetry Jam of the school year, hosted by Claire Eberhardt and Teddy Stewart, will be hosted at the home of Claire Eberhardt and will include the Poetry Jam as well as end-of-the-year celebrations. Students are invited to share and listen to poetry in a non-judgmental environment. Attendance is free. The Point V Poetry Jam and end-of-the-year celebration will be held May 26, 2017 from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at 51 Primrose Way in Palo Alto. Contact Claire Eberhardt at ce16224@pastudent.us or Teddy Stewart at teddystewart4@gmail.com for more information. Tomorrow night, renowned photographer from National Geographic, Lynn Johnson, will be at the Mitchell Park Library from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Student tickets cost $15. Sophomores are required to attend their grade level assembly today during Flex. Head over to the PAC, and sophomores will not need to check in with Flex teachers, but attendance will be taken at the assembly. Attendance at grade level assemblies is mandatory. Here at InFocus, we have been working hard to increase the quality of the show and our presence on the web. We are still looking for members to join our team or enroll in the Intro to Broadcasting class to learn the skills needed to put together a live TV show every day. But what goes into putting a show together, and what happens behind the scenes? Peter Gold has more.
A look at InFocus. Brunch time at Palo Alto High School. Students eat, talk with friends, and pick dandelions. But not at InFocus. We're doing just the opposite.
It is brunch right now, and this is how I, as well as my students, spend our brunch. I figured out when I worked in major market news that the thing about news was that you always worked when nobody else did. So in the real world, I was working on Thanksgiving, Christmas, dinner time, lunchtime, because that's when people watch the news. So generally your schedule is the opposite of everybody else's, and that's true with the InFocus crew as well. They haven't taken a brunch all year. So
each morning at 8:15, the students begin creating the materials for the next show. Each day, graphics must be made, scripts must be written, all to go live in time for the show at 9:55. Once in the studio, talents must be mic'd, graphics must be checked, and segments must be loaded. If we are lucky, we get to run through the show.
I've been on InFocus for 2 years. I'm in charge of the TriCaster. I do it every morning for the show, Wednesdays and Fridays. Yeah.
I'm the guy in charge. I'm the big boss. And hey, what are you doing? Sometimes I have to, yell to get my point across because some people don't listen. And they have to listen to me or else they get in trouble, privately punished sometimes. Sam!
Right now we're preparing for Zoom. This is ASB President Anwar Nagar and soon to be AS President Jazir Sandhu.
So usually I'm anchoring, but today I'm doing the teleprompter, so I'm going to be scrolling through like this, and it's going to show up on the teleprompter and Sam's going to be able to read it, hopefully, if all works out.
I write the show sometimes I anchor, sometimes I do the little teleprompter. It's a good time.
you can take a cable if you need to.
At 10 a.m., the intro starts rolling and the InFocus crew is officially live on campus.
Fading to black now.
Stand by, everyone be quiet. Stand by intro, camera 2. Roll intro when you're ready, Noah. Alright, stand by camera 2. You're taking InFocus monitor shot and anchor right away. Crap. Oh, this is bad. stand by day third right after that.
InFocus is looking for more members for the 2017-2018 school year. Help create the content you want to see, attend the STN convention next March in Nashville, and be part of the exciting changes coming up next year. Contact your counselor or Mr. H at phopridge@pusd.org for more information. Now on to sports. With spring sports starting to wind down, there aren't many games or scores to report. Yesterday, girls JV lacrosse played Sacred Heart Prep and beat them 9-3. Girls varsity lacrosse also played Sacred Heart Prep, but wasn't as fortunate, losing 3-14. Today, varsity diving is a home meet that supposedly started at 8 a.m. I'm a little confused, but good luck, guys. At 1, boys varsity tennis has a match versus a to-be-determined opponent. At 3 o'clock, boys frosh-off lacrosse has an away game at Bellarmine. And at 3:30, boys varsity badminton is heading over to Milpitas for their match. That's all for sports. That does it for us today. Remember, you can get the latest news from InFocus anytime, anywhere by checking us out at www.infocusnews.tv. Be sure to like and follow us for more live coverage and breaking news. Find us at InFocus News on Instagram and Facebook, and follow us at Pally InFocus on Twitter and Snapchat. Until next time, have a great day, Pally.